Okay, session number 3 of gameplay number 3. This is my third gameplay. Yeah, I think this will be my last one for Heavy Rain. I'm gonna skip the trophies. They're just too many. So yeah, I'll be continuing on in my third session, which is the fugitive. Oh, Ethan's a criminal now. Okay, let's begin. That's it. Yeah. Right. Ah, lovely.
That's affirmative, Lieutenant. We're in position.
Perfect. Nobody moves until I give the signal. Is that clear? We nail him as soon as he sets foot outside.
Right, Lieutenant.
Lucky that patrol spotted his car.
What's he doing in there?
Beats me. You're the profiler, right? I thought you were supposed to be right inside the killer's head.
Well, that's just it. What I know of Ethan Mars doesn't match the killer's psychological profile.
Just a sec. I want to turn off this stuff. Doesn't want to save.
I know what the jury's gonna choose between your theories and concrete proof. What the fuck is that girl doing there? If Marsh comes out now, she's gonna be in trouble.
What do we do, Lieutenant? Want to get her out?
No, stand down.
It'll be fun.
She's going inside. Maybe she lives there. Us just as well. We don't want anyone hanging around if Mars comes out.
Ethan, what happened? The police. They're out there. I think they're here to arrest you. We've got to find another way out.
Shit. What's he up to in there? Wait for a go on my word.
Okay, that's that.
Ready on my go. Stay here, Jaden.
Out of the question. I'm coming with you.
2 men at the door, hold your positions. It's a go.
Come on, let's go this way.
Hey, you, don't move! I'll shoot!
Come on, quick!
I can't. Hands in the air!
Lieutenant, there's a man and a woman exiting the alley.
A woman? Shit! It's that girl who went in! Everybody downstairs! They're in the alley! Follow them! The subway.
It's a clean escape. Oh, not through yet. Still one more level. The train station.
Ethan, what's the matter? We've got to keep going. Ethan, they're coming.
Careful!
Hey!
God damn it, watch where you're going, motherfucker!
Ow!
Hey, watch it, man! Police! Stop or I'll shoot!
Quick, Ethan, quick, it's gonna hit us. We've got to get on that train, Ethan. It's our only chance.
Move it, damn it, move it, move it, move it.
Less than an hour ago, we heard from the police who have identified the man thought to be the origami killer. Ethan Mars, father of the kidnapped victim Sean Mars, is on the run and should be considered armed and dangerous. A police manhunt is now underway, and they hope that they will soon be able to announce the apprehension of this dangerous lunatic.
It's now being called a lunatic.
I brought some food. I didn't know what you like, so I brought some of everything. I hope that's okay.
Why are you helping me, Madison? You know nothing about me. You could have been killed.
I don't know. I guess it just seemed like the right thing to do at the time. You needed help, I helped you. You're all over the news reports, Ethan. Every cop in the country will be hunting you. They say you're the origami killer. Is it true? Are you the killer, Ethan?
I sometimes have these blackouts. Times where I don't know what I'm doing. As if I'm someone completely different. The only thing I remember afterwards is the bodies. body's in the water.
Why are you hurt, Ethan? Why were you in that apartment?
I think my other self is testing me, testing my love for Sean. He wants to know if I love my son enough to save him. That means there's some part of me that knows where Sean is. But the only way to find him is to go through these trials.
Why can't you tell that to the police?
And tell them what? That I'm a schizophrenic who drowned his victims and has kidnapped his own son? They'd never let me go, and I have to stay free to save Sean. I have no choice. I'm his only chance. When Sean is out of danger, I'll turn myself in, but not until then.
You can't keep going like this. You're destroying yourself, Ethan.
Finding Sean is the only thing that matters.
There has to be another way.
You don't understand. Time is running out. Sean will be dead in a few hours. I have no choice. Please, Madison, leave. Forget everything that's happened. There is nothing more you can do for me. If you want to help me, leave. Leave me to do this on my own.
The subtitles. I need to put it down a lower right. Almost to the end.
Your vodka, sir.
Thanks.
You look preoccupied, if you don't mind my saying so. Problems with the investigation?
Blake is convinced that Mars is the killer.
Not you. I thought there was some evidence to that effect.
That's true. But it just doesn't make sense. His psychological profile doesn't fit. Neither does the geolocalization. I can't see this father drowning 8 victims before kidnapping his own kid. Mars is not the origami killer. I'd stake my life on it.
Then who is?
I haven't the faintest fucking idea.
Maybe you should review the evidence in your possession.
That's just what I was thinking of doing.
Oh, one last thing, sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in you-know-what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous.
No duh.
I'm trying to keep a handle on it, but that's difficult. It gets more and more difficult.
It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Well, looks like there's something new. The video recording from near the park on the afternoon Sean Mars disappeared. I doubt there's anything on it, but you never know. A Chevrolet model corresponding to the tire prints passed at 1602 heading for the park, when in the opposite direction at 1637. That could fit the time that Sean Mars disappeared. Could it be the killer's car? Pity we can't see the driver's face. The car was stolen. Let's see. A certain Jackson Neville was suspected of stealing it, but the charges were dropped. Not enough evidence. Jackson Neville, aka Mad Jack, involved in several cases of buying and selling stolen vehicles. Considered to be very dangerous. This guy might have provided the killer with a car. It's a pretty slim lead, but it's all I have right now.
Oh, one last thing, sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in you-know-what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous.
Shit, it's coming. Trypticane. The tube is on the bedside table. All I need is to take some, and the pain will go away. I should resist. This is gonna kill me. I know I can resist. I just need to stay in control and do something until it goes away.
So, yuck. You almost got screwed there. Almost. It's Manfred's face.
Manfred! Manfred! Anybody home?
Oh.
Hi there, Manfred.
Who is it?
Scott. Scott Shelby. Do you remember me?
Scott? Scott! Oh, yes, of course. Well, good to see you. How long has it been?
Oh, about 10 years, I guess.
Oh, at my age, time means nothing anymore. I repair clocks, but I try to forget about time. Well, how about you? Are you still with the police?
Oh, no, I quit. I'm a private investigator now. This is Lauren. She's a friend.
Hello.
Oh, hello, young lady. Well, this calls for a celebration. I'm just the thing. Wait there. I'm sure I saw a bottle of scotch around here somewhere. Do an old man a favor, would you, Scott? Tell him to call back this afternoon.
Sure, no problem. Hello? Yeah, this is Manfred's. He's not available right now. Could you call back later this afternoon? Thanks.
Well, to old friends. Do you like it?
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's a Stradelli, crafted in Venice in the 18th century. It's one of my favorite pieces. Tell me, Scott, what brings you back after all these years?
I'd like you to have a look at an envelope. I thought maybe you could tell me about the typewriter that was used to type the address on it.
Oh, let's have a look. Now, could you pass me the magnifying glass from behind the counter,
Oh, sure,
please?
I'll get it.
My eyes are beginning to fail me. Thanks. Well, let's see what this envelope has to say for itself. The Royal 5. Yes, the shape of the T's and the F's is typical of that model. Produced between 1907 and 1924. Yes. No doubt about it. It's a Royal 5.
These typewriters, are they rare?
No, they're fairly common. I'd say many folks have one gathering dust in an attic or in their cellar.
Do you keep a record of all your clients?
Oh, yes, indeed. At least the ones who pay.
Any chance I could get a peek at that?
Yes, of course. I keep my account books in the office. If you're not in a hurry, I have a list of all the clients who ever bought a Royal 5 or had one repaired.
Yeah, that would really help us out.
Delighted to help. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll be right back with the list.
You think the killer's been here?
If he has a 1920s typewriter, he may have needed Manfred's services to get it fixed. We'll know when we get the list.
Hello?
Manfred!
Hello? Your call is logged, sir. A police car will be there in a few minutes. I need to know who you are, sir. Sir? Hello?
Oh my God! He's dead. Oh, God.
Scott? Oh my God.
What are you doing?
I'm calling the police.
The killer has already called the police. I think he wants us to be his scapegoats. We've got to get the hell out of here.
What do you mean? We have nothing to do with his death. We were just here when it happened.
Look, we're running out of time to find Sean Mars. The last thing we need is 24 hours in a police station explaining this whole thing.
Well, so what do we do?
Watch the front door. I'll get rid of our fingerprints from everything we touched since we came in. You better work fast. The police are going to be here any minute. What are you doing, Lauren? If someone comes in, we're going to be in trouble.
These are Manfred's account books. He must have been looking for owners of Royals when he was killed.
Forget it. We got to get out of here fast.
much longer? The police will be here any second.
I'm almost finished.
Shucks. The heck? My pup.
Don't forget to clean Lauren's prints, too. Don't want her to be mixed up in this. Police will be here any second. Gotta get out now. Poor old man. He didn't deserve to go like that. That's it. We're done.
You get all the prints?
I got what I got. It should be enough to prevent them from finding us. Come on, let's go.
Where are we going?
I'm taking you home. This is getting way too dangerous.
No way. We're partners, remember? We had a deal.
Listen, Lauren, I know you want to find the killer, but you're not helping me by putting yourself in danger.
I'm not a child. I know what I have to do. I've got to find my son's killer. You're not going to stop me. Stop the car.
What?
Stop the fucking car! You're not gonna help fight back to kill my Johnny. I'll do it on my own.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's all my fault. I should never have let her come with me. Crap, I have no choice. I guess I'm doing this to protect her. This girl's stubborn as a mule. She doesn't let up, with or without me. Such an idiot. I better catch up with her. I can't just leave her like that. She'd do anything to find the guy who killed her son. Lauren!
I miss him. I miss him so much. Do anything to hold him once again in my arms.
There's only one choice for this one. Shelter her. A gentlemanly thing to do. The sharks den. Shark Tank.
Yeah? What do you want? Oh, fuck it. I said 1,000 times that I don't want to... Hey! Take it easy, man, huh? Keep cool. What do you want? Dope? Money? Tell me what you need. Sure we can make a deal, huh? God, I'm gonna blow your brains out, you son of a bitch! You think you can come into my house and steal my dope? You're gonna be shooting up in hell, motherfucker!
Dope?
Will you stop fucking moving? Nowhere to hide, junkie asshole!
I got hit.
To your body. Like it. Hold it, man. I give you whatever you want. Got dope? Got cash? You want some dope? Please. Please don't kill me, man. I got children. These my girls, see? This one's Sarah. And the little one, that's Cindy. Please, man. I want to see them again. Please. Please don't shoot.
I'm not a murderer. I have no right to take this guy's life. He's got a family just like me. How can I take his life to save my son's? We're both fathers, for Christ's sakes. I can't kill him to save my son. I can't shoot this man. There must be another way to save Sean. There's gotta be another... I'm a father, too. But I'm no killer.
Ooh. KO. Ding 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 ding.
Matt, it's Sam. I got your information. The owner of the apartment in Marble Street is a Dr. Adrian Baker. He's a struck-off surgeon that used to sell drugs to junkies on the quad. He made some cash and bought up some cheap-ass apartments, including the one in Marble Street. Of course, he got caught. He did a few months in prison and was struck off the medical register.
Interesting. Thanks for the information, Sam. I owe you one.
Hey, Matt, be careful, okay?
I'm on it. Talk to you later. The owner of the apartment where Ethan cut off his finger lives here. It's not much of a lead, but it's all I've got. Hi. I was told that you could get Bitropin. Without a prescription.
Sorry, you were misinformed. Goodbye.
Hold on. I really need your help here. I can pay.
Well, why didn't you say so? Please, come in. So, you're looking for betropin, my dear? Are you having trouble sleeping? How much do you need?
I don't know, about 3-4 boxes.
Well, no, that shouldn't be a problem. Would you like a drink? I was just about to have one.
No, thanks.
Well, alcohol helps take the edge off the pills, don't you think? Anyway, we should drink a toast to our first deal.
He's such a catchy fella. I would even drink even if he offers me for free.
I haven't seen you around here before. Who told you about me?
It's a tight neighborhood. People talk. I heard you had some apartments for rent. I'm looking.
Sorry, darling. Those are all booked up.
Shame. I was looking for something around Marble Street.
You're not drinking?
I'm not really thirsty.
I'll get your prescription. Won't be a moment. Wait here.
That guy gives me the creeps. I better take a look around to see if I can find anything before he gets back. The doc seems to be interested in property, amongst other things. Looks like he retired a bunch of medical supplies on his way out. There's enough sleeping pills here to knock out an army. Surgical gowns? I thought he stopped performing operations. Must be some kind of a weird nostalgia for the past.
Taco. Taco. I'm gonna try if I can get out of the house even though without confronting the doctor. Oh cool, I can leave it after all. Nice. I evaded the the torturous fight with the doctor. It's a wise choice, I'd say.
Hey, Cracker! What you doing in there?
Norman Jaden, FBI. Can we talk for a minute?
Yeah?
I'm looking for the owner of a blue Chevrolet Malibu 83. I don't give a damn how the car got here, or whether you stole it or not. I just want to know who bought it from you.
Sorry, man. Don't ring a bell. I got a real bad memory for names.
Perhaps I can help you to remember. If we find out that you sold the car to the man we're looking for, you're looking at some pretty solid time inside, Jackie boy.
Jackie boy.
You trying to scare me with your big talk? I never saw your damn car. Now take a walk.
Oh, I heard something.
Fingerprints. Probably Mad Jack's.
I'm not connected to someone. Just Jackie
Blood.
boy.
Now why is there blood here?
One of your cop buddies asking too many questions. I had to solder up his little mouth. Hands on your head, pig. I ain't got time to be playing around with you. Let's just get you out of sight and finish you off.
Shit. I messed up.
Enough fucking around. You're gonna tell me about the man with the blue car.
Go fuck yourself in the ass.
Last chance, Jack. Make it easy on yourself.
What you gonna do? You ain't got them killer eyes, so what? You gonna cuff me?
Do you like fireworks, Jack? 'Cause I bet them gas tanks are gonna blow up real nice.
Shit, man, don't mess with the gasoline.
Well, just say it was an accident. Or rather, I'll say it was an accident, 'cause you won't really be able to talk, will you, Jack?
You one crazy motherfucker. You out of your mind, man. No, I don't know nothing about the guy. He wanted me to get rid of his dirty car, get him a new one with false plates. He paid cash, and I ain't the questioning kind. Said I was supposed to drop the word to a guy named Paco down at the Blue Lagoon when the car was done. Now that's all I know.
We'll continue this discussion down at the station. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything... Shit, not now. Anything you say can and will be...
Hey.
You look like you got a problem, man.
What? They letting you dope heads in the FBI now? God bless America.
Oh no.
Now, I'm gonna give you a little help with your drug problem, Mr. 5-0. Permanently.
Ouch.
Come on. What you got?
Yeah.
So, you think the origami killer killed Manfred?
That makes sense. Didn't want him spilling his guts to us.
And you suspect Gordy Kramer, right?
Oh, him or one of his men. Gordy has the time and the means, not to mention the fucked up attitude to go along with it. He's only a suspect, but he's a pretty guilty-looking one.
Are these your files on the case?
Yeah, I've been working on him for a couple years. I built up a mountain of paperwork.
Magazines about origami? You think the killer could have subscribed to one of those?
If he was even remotely interested in origami in the last 30 years, his name may be in there somewhere. Trouble is, there's over 500 names. It gets us squat.
I'm starving. Do you have anything to eat?
Well, I'm no chef, but I should be able to make some scrambled eggs if you like.
Great. I'm soaking wet. I need to warm up a little. Is it okay if I take a shower?
Now, be my guest. Go in my bedroom, it's the next door. Oh, I'll cook up the eggs while you're under the shower. Poor Manfred. We'd just been toast in the old days. Didn't bring him much luck. Hope I didn't leave any prints in Manfred's shop. The last thing I need is to have to start explaining things to the cops. Some nerve, that girl. Some nerve. Eggs should be ready by now.
I took the liberty of borrowing your bathrobe.
Looks better on you.
Hey, that almost looks good enough to eat.
What's that?
The notebook I took from Manfred's place. According to this, about 30 clients bought spare parts for Royal machines in the last 10 years. The killer may be one of them.
Oh, you know, checking out the alibi of 30 clients, one by one, that's a lot of legwork.
Except that if we cross-check them with the list. The list of subscribers to origami magazines. You still got that, right?
Yeah, of course. Lauren, wait.
If the killer really used a royal typewriter, and if he subscribed to an origami magazine, his name should be on both lists.
Well, Lauren, I mean, that's just an assumption, but yeah, I suppose.
His name is here somewhere. Help me, we're gonna find him.
Can't look at the table.
The only guy whose name is on both lists died when he was 10. What are you gonna do now? Dig up his coffin, make sure he's dead?
I know it doesn't make any sense. Unless the killer was only using his name.
But why use the name of a kid who died 30 years ago?
Well, that's what we came to find out. The name is John Shepard. It should be on a grave around here somewhere.
You never give up, do you?
Excuse me. I'm looking for the grave of a young boy who died about 30 years ago. His name was John Shepard. You wouldn't know.
Hey, Lauren! I found it! These flowers are fresh. Looks like someone's still tending the grave. Origami figures.
That's one hell of a coincidence.
Oh, youngin'. That one I knew well.
You knew John Shepard?
I've worked this graveyard nearly all my life. I remember what happened. It was in 77. October, I think.
Yeah, good-for-nothing hoodlums, get the hell out of here! God, beat it, you lousy no-good brats! Come back when your fucking mother comes home from work.
He's drunk again. What are we gonna do? It's pouring rain. We're gonna get soaked if we spend a day outside.
Well, at least you won't get beat. Little rain never hurt nobody. Come on, let's go play. Bet you can't catch me!
Being out in the rain is nothing compared to being in when he's like that. Mom won't be back from work till later. She wouldn't let him treat us like this. John's right. We can't just stand here all day. Might as well go and play.
Move your ass, I'm waiting!
Oh, for goodness gracious sake. Ay, ay, ay. Stupid controller.
Watch your head! I told you to watch your head! You dumbass! Bet you can't do that! Jeez, you ain't nothing but a slowpoke. Come on, loser.
Oh man, come on.
What you doing? You're coming or not? Come on!
The construction site is empty. Makes for a great playground.
Move your ass! I'm waiting! You don't need to do this if it's too hard for you.
No chance, I can do it all right. Just you watch. John, wait for me! No,
Get a move on!
John is going too fast. He never waits for me.
Come on, it's your turn! It's time! Jump up, Jack! Let's play hide and seek. You go and count to 20 and try to find me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11, 15, 19, 20. John! My foot is stuck. Grandpa, I'll put it over there. It ain't gonna work. What are we gonna do? Hang on, John. I'll get help. Just hang on.
Go on, hurry! I think the water's rising.
I'm hurrying. I'll be right back.
But the poor kid never did find any help. And his brother drowned in a pipe full of rainwater.
The boy that lived, what happened to him?
Well, all I know is he got separated from his parents. I think he got adopted. Well, looks like a storm's coming. I guess I better be getting home.
Christ, what a horrible story. John Shepard drowned in the rain while holding his brother's hand. Do you think he could be the origami killer?
Come on, let's get back in the car.
Wait,
What's the matter?
that man over there.
Yeah?
It's Charles Kramer.
Gordy's father? What's he doing here?
He's putting flowers on John Shepard's grave.
Here you go.
Paco Mendez. He's the guy who rented the Doc's apartment on Marble Street. Better be careful. He might be the killer.
Sorry, lady. Invited guests only.
I'm looking for Paco Mendez. You know where he is?
He's at his table over there. Does he know you?
Not yet, but I have to talk to him.
That's not possible. Mr. Mendez has asked not to be disturbed.
Paco seems to like his girls sexy. Sexy in a kind of dumb way. Maybe I could catch his attention by strutting my stuff in the back. Paco's pet goon isn't letting anyone through. I'm gonna have to think of something else. Play school for the jet set. Not really my kind of hangout. If this Paco is one of the buddies of Dr. Death, I better watch my step. time to play the sexy girl.
Oh boy.
I don't need to work my magic on the bodyguard. Paco, I'm gonna need to come up with something a little bit special. Feels like the whole place is watching me. But I suppose I'm not exactly keeping a low profile. It'll never work. Paco will never fall for it. Mind you, a guy who wears a jacket like that is capable of anything. I say if you got it, flaunt it. Time to swing my hips and get a little rise out of Paco. Okay, it's showtime for scumbag Paco. He's definitely gonna notice me this time.
I flipped.
Hey, you! It's your lucky day, sweetheart. The boss wants to invite you to his table.
Hey, thanks for accepting my little invitation. You new around here, honey? I think I would have noticed you before. My name's Paco. Are you?
Madison. I'm Madison.
Ah, I like the way you move, Madison. You're making me all hot under the collar.
Maybe we can continue this conversation somewhere more private.
Oh, cool, baby. Yeah, come with me.
I'm not getting a good feeling about this. No one knows I'm here. I'll be all alone if things get out of hand. I go in, I make him talk to the gun, and I get out of there before I get into big trouble. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Shit. You're making the biggest mistake of your life, Madison.
So, welcome to my little kingdom.
It's quiet.
I'll take that. Just get in the way of the good things, sweet cheeks. So, show me what you can do. Take it all. Slowly. Take it all on.
I'm sorry. I think there's been a little misunderstanding. Look, I'll just go. No harm done. Another time.
I think it is you who have misunderstood, honey. I'm tired of wasting my time. It's now or never, baby. And I never beg never for an answer.
The lamp. If only I could find some way to grab it. Oh, I know!
Uy. I really don't get this part. It's stupid. Maybe slowly? Come on. Nope, not slowly. I can't get what this piece. What does this mean? My god, I told her how to do it. Even the first time, the second time we did it, it was just lucky I finished it. Right now, I'm confused. How do you bloody finish this one? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Some tools here to swat.
Baby, sweet case.
Night night.
That's what I call kicking butt. You go, girl. Okay, Act 2. Let's hear Loverboy sing.
Oh, I cannot block the door.
If you call out, I'll kill you. Got it?
Shit. What you want?
You rent an apartment on Marble Street. I want to know why.
An apartment? I don't know what you're talking about. Not bad for a chica, but you only hurt my feelings a little bit, mama. You haven't got the balls, lady, but you're gonna know balls when I catch up with you.
Boss? Is everything all right?
Yes?
Where's Paco?
I'm sorry, he can't come to the door right now. He's all, tied up at the moment.
Oh. I see.
If you value those prized balls of yours, Paco, then it's time for you to talk.
What you doing? Stop it! Stop it!
I'm only getting started. How about some more?
I never set foot in that apartment. I gave the keys to some guy. He said he needed a place. He had money.
What was that guy's name? What was that guy's name?
I don't know his name, I swear.
Oh man.
What was that guy's name?
I don't know his name, I swear. Shepard! His name is John Shepard. That's all I know, I swear it. Ugh.
There, that wasn't so hard, was it? I really appreciated this romantic moment, but I gotta dash. See you next time, lover boy. Next time he'll think twice before he takes a cute chick up to his office. Time to get out of here. Well, that was a pretty good way of getting a guy to spill his guts. How about that? You didn't do too badly now, did you, girl? I've nothing against techno, trance, whatever music, but this stuff is really loud. The name he gave me, John Shepard. Could that be the name of the killer? Guess I'll soon find out.
I'm here to see Paco. Paco? There ain't no Paco here, fella. Get lost.
Are you absolutely certain?
He's in his office. Take the stairs over there.
Oh, it's you. You scared me. I didn't hear you come in. A crazy bitch came around here asking questions about the apartment on Marble Street. I don't know what you're doing down there, and I don't want to know. But whatever that shit is, it's beginning to draw attention.
6. Can't make it.
Look, I know you kept me out of prison. But that fucking bitch nearly killed me. Everything you ask. I think my debt to you is paid. Don't fuck around, man. No, wait. I can still help you out. No, don't keep me.
Know the guy came to see him.
Sorry, I don't speak cop.
Watch my lips, asshole, 'cause I got no time to translate. Did Paco know the guy? Yes or no?
John. He said his name was John. Friend of Paco's. Always let him straight up.
What a mess. Tisk tisk tisk.
His coat pocket. I tore it off during the fight. 2 receipts from the same gas station. Interesting. The killer was looking for something.
Oh, it's only this room, not outside.
.45 caliber semi-automatic. .45 caliber. Paco Mendez was no saint. His rap sheet reads like the telephone book. Right between the eyes. Instant death. Orchid pheromones. The fucking origami killer. Madison Page. What was a journalist doing here? Madison Page? She may be a witness.
This is all I can get.
Oh, got the shakes and the cold sweats. Better get back to the hotel fast. Gotta go. Need to think about all this. I'll end up a basket case if things keep going like this. That bastard nearly broke my neck. I seem to spend most of my time getting the shit kicked out of me. Paco knew the killer. That's why he was killed. It's too dark. It all happened so fast. Didn't have time to see his face. The suspect dead. Someone tries to kill him. On the right track, do you think? The killer may have left some clues in the office. Shit. Looks like a dead end. Road to nowhere.
Bodyguard's not here anymore.
Ethan, are you all right?
I couldn't do it. I was supposed to kill him to save Sean. And I couldn't do it.
You're not the origami killer, Ethan. You're not responsible for those murders. I can prove it.
That changes nothing. Saving Sean is all that matters now. I can't. Not now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I've no more business here. I'm going home.
She's going home. I thought you were gonna help Sean, but not anymore. She quickly changed her mind.
Cops. They're looking for Ethan. It looks like a raid. Come on, what was the damn number? Come on, come on. Pick up the phone.
Hello?
The cops. They're in the motel. You've got to get out of here.
Still on the move! Get him! He's making a run for it! He's on the balcony! Whoa! Don't move!
That was new. I haven't seen that scene before.
Police! Stop! It's over. On your knees, hands behind your head. Easy, pal. Nowhere to go. You're surrounded. Holy fuck!
Ouch. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Ah! Hey, what's the matter with you? Whoa!
Oh, here's the part that I came to see.
Lauren?
I'm sorry, Scott.
You should have listened to me, Mr. Shelby. I told you to drop the investigation.
Your son is a serial killer. How many people does he have to kill before you turn him in?
Gordy has his faults, but he's still my son. You have no children, Mr. Shelby. You can't possibly understand. You leave me no choice. Your investigation is over. For good.
Lauren! Shit! Lauren! Lauren, wake up! Lauren! God damn it. Lauren! Lauren, wake up! Lauren!
Wait,
Lauren! Lauren! Lauren!
Let me just go back to the main screen. Let's see the options. I don't know the vibration of this computer. I can't. Dang it. I need to pee. Come on, come on, come on. Load up so that I can go. Okay, be right back. All right. Let's continue.
Stay back! Don't come near me, or I'll shoot!
Fucking asshole.
Please, don't. Oh!
Bastard! Lauren is dead! You fucking killed her!
Stop! I beg you!
idiot son killed all those kids, didn't he? He's the origami killer.
No! No! He's innocent! He's not a killer! Not a killer! Oh! Oh! Oh!
You're a fucking liar. Now tell me the truth.
No! No, please! Don't hurt me!
Last chance.
I don't know. I swear. I don't know anything. Oh. Oh. Stop. Stop. I beg you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything.
Gordy always wanted his fun, you know. He wanted to be like the origami killer. He kidnapped that kid and he held him under the water for a little too long. It was an accident. An unfortunate accident. He just wanted to play. He told me everything. He was crying. He was so sorry for what had happened. Whatever he did, Gordy is my son. No one will miss him.
What?
That boy, Gordy killed. No one will miss him. The street trash, like so many others.
Oh, you disgusting pile of shit. And what about John Shepard? Why did you put flowers on his grave?
I owned the construction site where he died. I never forgot. I've been putting flowers on his grave for 30 years.
John had a twin brother. What happened to him?
I don't know. He was adopted, I think. His mother should know. Her name is Anne. Anne Shepard. That girl, Lauren, she was just a whore. You'll forget her in no time. Come and work for me, Shelby. I'll pay you well. You'll be able to have all the girls you want.
Never say her name again. You hear me? Never.
My heart! My heart! Quickly! I need my pills. In that drawer, there. Shelby! Come back! I fucking order you! Come back!
Yeesh.
Hello, I'm looking for Anne Shepard's room.
Please sign the visitor's book. Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her, you know. It's room 19 at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Room 19. Is it? Yep, this one.
Hello, Mrs. Shepherd.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Shepherd,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
I came to talk about your son, Mrs. Shepherd.
My son? I have no son.
Your other son, Mrs. Shepherd. John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Try to remember, Mrs. Shepherd. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
Oh dear me. The batteries came dead. Went dead. Run out of battery. I missed a scene. Need to repeat the whole thing again. Oh. I just need to go to the chapter section. I'll start from there.
Hello, I'm looking for Anne Shepherd's room.
Please sign the visitor's book. Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her, you know. It's room 19 at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Where's the nurse? Oh, there's the nurse.
Hello, Mrs. Shepherd.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Shepherd,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
I came to talk about your son, Mrs. Shepherd.
My son? I have no son.
Your other son, Mrs. Shepherd, John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
Try to remember, Mrs. Shepherd. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Mrs. Shepherd, your son may be linked to a series of murders. Perhaps you have some information that could help the investigation.
Are you a new nurse? Where are my pills?
You had a son named John, and John had a twin brother.
Do you have my pills? It's time for my pills.
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
I think your son is in trouble, Mrs. Shepherd. He's done some terrible things. I need to find him. Do you understand?
Terrible things you're telling me. He never came to see me, can you believe it? In 10 years, never. No one forgets their mother, do they?
Try them all. It might pop up.
I love origami, but that's not my favorite one. I love origami, but that's not my favorite one.
It's the last page.
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max. Max, Max, Max? All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it?
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here. This woman might be the origami killer's mother. Must be some way to get her to remember. All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here. It seems to be working. She's remembering stuff. Gotta find something else to show her. It'd take days, if not longer, to find the name of the family that adopted her son. Sean Mars would be dead by then.
Did you make these origami figures?
My little paper animals. They played with them for hours. I showed my boys how to make them, you know.
Yes, your boys, Mrs. Shepherd. John and... what was your other son's name again?
My other son? I only had one son. My little Johnny.
Is there what we can do here? No.
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here.
Wait a minute. Oh, there's more.
Are these your children, Mrs. Shepherd? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them. Always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know.
Wait a second. Maybe there's something in the bathroom.
Her memory is coming back. Don't stop now. Just remember.
Does Mrs. Shepherd ever talk about her past?
It's not all very clear to her now. Sometimes she'll remember the oddest things, though. I suppose if she sees something that reminds her of her past.
Did she ever mention her sons?
Sons? Well, she often mentions John. I think he drowned.
Does she ever talk about her other son?
I didn't know she had another one. I've never heard her mention it.
Does she get many visitors?
She's been here for 10 years and you're the first. Sometimes, if you show her things, it seems to trigger a memory from her past. You might get it to remember.
Thanks for the advice.
I think this music was being used in the Dead. Yeah, maybe it's not just my imagination, but it's the same vibe. I don't think. Yeah, it's kind of similar.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave. I cried when they told me. I'd already lost one of my children, and now they were taking away another one, you understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Shepherd. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
His name, Mrs. Shepherd. What was his name?
But I loved him. If you only knew how much I missed him.
Please, Anne. His name. What was his name?
Come closer.
Okay, I'll go straight.
The last trial. The last question. Are you prepared to give your life to save your sons? There is a deadly poison in this vial. It will kill you in exactly 60 minutes. If you drink it, you will get the last letters of the address. You will have enough time to save your son and say goodbye to him, but then you will die. You can drink the vial or decide to leave. The choice is yours.
Save Sean and die. Christ. He loses his father, but at least he's alive. Maybe it's the right thing to do. There's got to be another way. I can't kill myself to save my son. Poison. So, if I drink this, I'll be dead in an hour, and if I don't, I won't get the last letters. He could be lying. Maybe I'll die as soon as I drink this, and then no one can save Sean. There's no choice. I've got to do it. If I want to save my son.
The last letters have been sent to your phone.
I did what I had to, Sean. Your dad's coming to save you.
Time to go.
I'm nowhere, and I'm out of time. Damn fucking shitty letters from this fucking address! Come on! There's gotta be a way to do this! Several different addresses fit these letters. God, they're scattered all over the city. I don't have time to check them all. I may only have time for one address. If Sean's not there, I'm done. It's a crapshoot.
He had to do what he had to do. Hopefully that fixes his problem.
We've only got a few more hours left to save Sean Mars. There has to be a goddamn clue somewhere. It's probably staring me in the face. This kid's gonna die, and I'm going around in circles!
All packed up and ready to go?
What are you talking about?
The investigation's over. We know who did it. We no longer need your services anymore, Norman. So you can ride your files all the way back to Washington. I'd be lying if I said I was gonna miss you.
The investigation isn't over. You have absolutely nothing on Mars.
Mars is guilty. Case closed. Anyway, it's no concern of yours now. You're off the case. So pack up and fuck off.
Blake, you are an unbalanced, psychopathic asshole.
I'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, I don't give a shit what you think. I found the origami killer. Everyone's happy. End of story. Have a nice trip back, Norman.
The killer's name is here. Somewhere in this data. I just have to find it. Find it before it's too late.
Oh, one last thing, sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in you-know-what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous. It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Ari was in record mode when I was fighting with the killer. Perhaps there's something on it. Gold watch. I'm sure I've seen this before somewhere. The watch they give for promotions to lieutenant. The killer is a cop. The gun the killer left at the Blue Lagoon. Perhaps there's some way of tracing its history. Impounded in a police case 5 years ago, the gun is still supposed to be in police custody. Who checked it out? If not a cop. Two receipts from the same gas station. Might be near the killer's home. The killer lives in this zone. 342 people live around there. Not good enough. Gotta find a means of identifying the killer more precisely. Ugh, that doesn't get us anywhere. Looks like the killer is a cop. Carter Blake! That would explain the dead-end investigation and his desire to frame Ethan Mars.
No data. Am I missing a clue here?
The sword was already in Paco's office. It's got nothing to do with the killer. The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined. An organized type. He has a car. He's probably employed, but his work allows him free time. Cop. There's only one cop in that geoprofiling zone. Gotcha. He owns a warehouse on the docks. If I'm wrong, Sean Mars is dead.
Are you sure it's the right car? At the docks. Call the SWAT team. Oh, and I'll need a chopper. Today? Of course I'll need it today, you fucking imbecile.
It's bringing the whole crew.
I'll get help. Just hang on. Go on, hurry. I think the water's rising. I'm hurrying. I'll be right back. Gotta find someone. The water's still rising. John won't be able to hang on for long. Hold on, bro. I'll find someone. Then we'll come back and save you. This place is completely deserted. There's no one around to help. Need to get help fast. John's gonna drown. John's gonna drown. Mom's work is too far away. I'd never make it in time. Dad, I've gotta get Dad. Dad, it's John. He fell into a pot. He's
Get out of here, you little pet. Leave me alone.
You gotta come, Dad. Come on, John's gonna die. John's gonna die.
Well, that'll be one less greedy mouth to feed, won't it? Go away.
Please, Dad, I'm begging you. John's gonna die. John's gonna
What
die,
did I
Dad.
tell ya? Scrap!
Please, Dad. You've got to save John. I tried, John. I really tried. But he wouldn't come. Please don't die, John. Please. Don't forget about this guy.
was his most recent endeavor. Eh. It's our turn now.
Lost your touch, girl.
She still has it.
I should have informed the police. But I have no proof. Just the statement of an old woman who's lost her memory. The killer might be here. I better be careful. The origami killer's apartment. There must be something that'll tell me where Sean Mars is. Gotta be fast. He could come back any time. I'll go through it room by room, but there's bound to be some kind of clue. That's where the smell of burning comes from. Evidence going up in smoke. He used to be a cop. Probably knew exactly how an investigation would be carried out.
Dead end. Oh, nothing to be seen.
cop's uniform. Always trust a cop. That's why children went with him. He was dressed as a cop.
Man, oh man.
Shit, it needs a password. Got it. Max. The name John gave to his paper dogs when he was a child. What the hell is that? An address. It's gotta be where Sean Mars is. Hurry. There's no time to lose. This is where he cultivated the orchids that he left on the chest of his victims.
Oh, that's the typewriter that he uses.
So you found my little secret?
It's over, Scott. All those children killed just to find a father capable of saving his son?
Shut up! You don't understand.
There's one child left. There might still be time to save him. Let him go. Do what your father couldn't do.
Get in there.
She's locked in. Drop yung dolly. Oh man, he's gonna blow.
It's way too high. I'll kill myself if I jump. Gotta find something else. The window. It's my only chance. I know where Sean is. I've got to tell Ethan.
Then didn't answer his phone.
Sean! 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 Sean!
I've been looking for a long time, Ethan. Looking for a father that would be able to do what mine could not do. Sacrifice himself in order to save his son. Oh, I searched. And then I remembered you.
all those murders, just to find a father capable of saving his son.
Just to find a father? Do you have any idea how it feels to be a worthless nothing in your father's eyes? Believe me, I've suffered just as much as my victims.
I finished your damn trials. Now give me back my son!
He's there. All you have to do is open that crate.
No, duh, you need to pick up the lock first. Jeez, Ethan. Don't say that. Ah, it's the chase. What now, Jaden? Oh my.
Take your positions. Suspect is likely to be armed and dangerous. All personnel are ordered to shoot to kill. I repeat, shoot to kill. Ash, are the snipers in position?
Yes, Lieutenant. They're ready on your command.
Perfect. He won't get away this time. We'll gun him down as soon as he shows his face. Hey! You there! What are you doing?
Lieutenant, my name is Madison Page. I'm a journalist. I have proof that Ethan Mars is innocent. He's not the origami
Ash,
killer.
what is a journalist doing here? I thought I told everybody to keep their mouths shut. Now get her out of here. I don't want her getting in the way.
Okay, Lieutenant. All right, come on.
You're about to make a terrible mistake, Lieutenant. Ethan Mars is innocent. I can prove it.
Oh!
Almost at the top.
Don't have me, son, please. Breathe. You gotta breathe.
Don't leave me.
All we can do.
Sean.
I think she's gonna be alive here. Maybe not. Oh. My bad.
Oh, Sean. Oh. Oh. I thought you were gone.
Dad. I knew you'd come and save me.
Sean, listen. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I want you to know that whatever happens, I love you more than anything in the world. I'm not dead. I took the poison an hour ago, and I'm not dead.
Ash, get her out of my face.
Mars didn't do it, for Christ's sakes. He's innocent.
Hey, what are you doing?
Time to storm the castle. Yeah.
Holy crap.
What do we do, Lieutenant?
Attention all personnel, hold your fire. I repeat, hold your fire.
What's going on?
The cops. They're out there. They have the building surrounded. They'll shoot you if you go outside.
I'll go out alone. I'll talk to them. I'll explain.
You'll be dead before you can open your mouth. Look, we'll all go out together with our hands in the air, and they can't possibly shoot us. I have the evidence that proves your innocence.
Listen, I'm sorry I didn't trust you. I was only thinking about Sean, and I thought...
That's okay. The only thing that matters is that you saved your son.
Okay, back to Jaden. Oh, the TV's broken now. Wow. Cardboard box.
Save me. Please, save me.
There was general relief this morning when the police announced that they had found Sean Mars alive more than 4 days after his disappearance. Mars had been imprisoned in a well by a man known as the Origami Killer. The successful resolution of this case was made possible only by the bravery of Ethan Mars, who the police believed at one point to be the killer. It is no doubt due to his great courage and tenacity that he succeeded in foiling the plans of the Origami Killer. The police commissioner presented him with an official apology today. Our main headline today: it is reported that the police have identified the man thought to be the Origami Killer. Scott Shelby, 48, is a former police lieutenant who claimed to be a private eye hired by the families of the killer's victims. Shelby was killed during a massive police operation, but further details have not yet been released to the public.
So it's only him.
Is this where we're going to live now?
Only if you really, really want to. Or we can keep on looking until we find something you like.
It doesn't matter where we live, as long as we're together.
I will never let anyone or anything separate us again. We're stuck with each other, kiddo. Like glue.
Can I choose what my room is?
Sure thing, champ.
All right, then I think we can stay here.
Our next guest is rumored to be about to receive a Pulitzer Prize for her remarkable series of investigative articles about the Origami Killer case. Showing incredible courage, her daring intervention led to the arrest of the country's most wanted criminal and saved the life of a little boy. This evening, I welcome a woman who might well be the true definition of a heroine for the ages, Madison Page. Good evening. Thank you for agreeing to talk with us. Now, you've been described as being both determined and tenacious. Two qualities, no doubt, that were needed to see you through the dark hours of this unbelievable story. Were you afraid at any time?
Have you eaten?
Thank you, Miss Page. I really admire you for what you've done.
Thank you.
For John, please. We need more journalists like you, Miss Page. It's a good thing you were there to catch that bastard.
Thank you. What's your name?
Vincent. Excellent investigation, Miss Page. You are one brave lady. You deserve a better adversary. Somebody more ferocious.
Our guest today is on the cover of today's World magazine this week and has been hailed by the whole nation as a new hero for our times. Astonishingly, he almost single-handedly ended the sinister series of killings by the man known as the Origami Killer and saved the life of young Sean Mars. His determination, courage, and intelligence have won our admiration. Norman Jayden. Good evening.
And he's still an addict. Because that part didn't change. even though I don't take the medicine. There's Shelby. What about Lauren? What happened to her? Where's her? Tombstone.
I want to see them again. I'm a father too.
Okay, folks, that's that. Arriba.
Stay back! Don't come near me, or I'll shoot! Fucking asshole.
Bye, folks.